Stop using church intimidation, control and manipulation. Jezebel and all them spirits fall back, not trying to hear it. Go with Jesus, walk in peace. On your pew can sit that beast that we're fighting in the world. I'm that JC Supergirl, Jesus Christ, belt of truth, arm of God, I'm slaying you. Power of the word, two-edged sword. MC Heaven rocks for her Lord. Thought they crept in unaware, didn't see the gatekeeper standing right there, not getting down with your tactics, undoctrinal practice.
Welcome, Shalawam Ahthah. I greet you in the name of Ahayah, Bahashem, Yashaya, Rawach. Welcome again to the Crystal Jones Show. It's the show that is all about life's balance. And I'm your talk show host, Crystal Jones. I have so much to share with you. Thank you for tuning in. Let me give you my contact information. You can always watch the show every Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. All right, on Saturdays, 7 to 8 p.m. on bronxnet.tv. Also, you can watch me on the cable channels 951 and 2137. But at BronxNet, I'm on the Inspire channel. All right. You could go to bronxnet.tv and hit the Watch Now button. Also, you could reach me on YouTube. You could always see my videos as they uploaded. Please subscribe, share, and like the videos. Share with everyone so that people can see what the show is all about and they can enjoy and share with others as well. Just keep going around. So also you can reach me at Instagram, The Crystal Jones Show. You can see what I'm doing there. Write me at thecrystaljoneshow@gmail.com. Also, you can watch me on HebrewConnect.tv. All right. So let's get started. What we're going to do today is we're going to go to today's news. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today was that according to CNN, the Department of Homeland Security is releasing some Haitians into the United States. Now, you know, the Haitians are from the tribe of Levi. The Haitians are from the tribe of Levi, and the Dominicans are from the tribe of Simeon. So they are our brothers and sisters as Hebrew Israelites. So they are allowing some of them to stay despite what we've been seeing at the border. Now, we've been seeing at the border where, you know, you have people on horses with whips, like they're whipping them and carrying on like that, which is totally ridiculous. They need to stop that practice. There should be no slavery going on at all, period, in this world. So they need to stop that foolery right now. So we're hearing that they are allowing some Haitians to stay in the United States. Now, what I want to explain to you is that all of these different people that are at the border, okay, they're not sending all of them away. There are some of them from other countries and things like that they're allowing to stay. Now, this is all going to cause a lot of chaos within the United States, as always, okay? Because what happens is because the greed for money here is so ridiculous that what ends up happening is that when they allow all these people to come in, what they do is they use other things to come against those who have already been here. You know what I mean? And no fault of our own. It's just how things are run, and it's not right. So with all that's going on now, with the different mandates and things like that, what they're going to do is probably get rid of a lot of the people who have already been here for years and working and stuff like that, so that they could pay minimum wage to people who are coming, you know, in, and sadly they're running from danger and stuff like that from these other countries that aren't treating them well. The government is just off the chain in a lot of these different countries. So it makes us at war with one another, because this country that could do things right wants to continue in, you know, the greed that that dollar thing. They gotta make the money and pay their people minimum. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. We have to get off of this system altogether with working these jobs for these people, because this is what's coming. And I've been saying this for a long time, that this is what's coming. We have to have our own. We have to go back to our own communities and things like that. Okay, so keep an eye out on that, because this is what's coming. It really is that people that have been here, yes, they're going to try to use their mandates and stuff against those who have already been here, and just start using the people that they bring in. So that's something you got to watch out for, and to start, getting your own LLCs and everything like that, being private contractors and all of that. So this is why on the show, I try to show you different things that we all can do, so that we don't have to depend on this. And we can even help our brothers and sisters that are coming in from these different places. All right. Okay. So now what we're going to be looking at is today I hear a lot of, Black singles saying, oh, where's the place to be for Hebrew and Black singles in the United States. So we're going to look at a video that's showing you some of the top places in this country that are good for Hebrew and Black singles. So let's watch that video.
So if you're looking for good culture, great jobs, and other like-minded men or women, you may want to consider one of these 10 cities, as our research has shown that these are the meccas for young Black singles. So without further ado, let's get started. 10. San Diego. San Diego embodies laid-back California culture, complete with a comfortable climate, sensational beaches, diverse communities, and delectable cuisine. Young African Americans can soak in the bright vibe of this West Coast beach town by indulging in its thriving nightlife after a fun day in the sun. Moody jazz clubs, trendy nightlife, rooftop bars, stylish restaurants, and intimate concert venues all make way for a host of opportunities to get out and party. California's birthplace has a deluge of culture, mixed with museums, monuments, and theaters. The U.S. Naval Base in San Diego is the largest base on the West Coast, which contributes to its rich military history. San Diego is truly a city with universal appeal, and young Black singles can certainly enjoy the city's sunny cultural influences. 9. San Francisco, Oakland, California. Stunning, charismatic, innovative, compassionate, and multicultural. The Bay is one big swoon of an area that manages to be both classic and counterculture. San Francisco is a great California city where shopping, diverse restaurants, and entertainment venues are brought together to make for an excellent adventureland for young Black singles. The home of the Golden Gate Bridge is a vibrant technology and financial hub with so many undiscovered gems. It may have a low Black population, but with Oakland right across the bay, you will have access to a Black epicenter that's full of California culture. Oakland has proud Black history and a resilient Black community that celebrates the influence on cultures past, present, and future. Although still underrated as a cultural center, Oakland's heady arts and culinary scene, as well as its ongoing revitalization, has generated much enthusiasm for its young African American residents. 8. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The city of brotherly love is a charming city known for its impressive heritage, special landmarks, vibrant waterfronts, world-class art, and architecture abound. America's birthplace is also known for its great shopping, dining, and history. But when the sun goes down and the museums have closed, Philly's city streets awaken, and young African-American singles rev up for late-night fun. Philadelphia's highly walkable downtown district is home to a vast number of nightlife options that include nationally renowned nightclubs to eclectic upscale bars. Not to mention, Philly ranks high on the list of metro areas in the U.S. for single adults who have never been married. 7. Houston, Texas. Houston is on the come-up as a popular destination for young Black singles. Thanks to its diversity and very young population, the city has drawn Black professionals from all over to call this Texas city home. You know that the city's history is sticky with big oil. What you might not know is that Houston has grassy parks, eclectic galleries, entertaining festivals, a burgeoning art scene, and Tex-Mex restaurants that all vie for attention in its vibrant downtown area. The exciting nightlife scene and a plethora of attractions gives African American singles plenty of opportunities to meet other singles. Space City enjoys pleasant weather year-round, and with a median age of 30, this diverse Texan metropolis is an attractive destination for many post-collegiate Black singles. 6. Charlotte, North Carolina. The Queen City is a bustling metropolis of growing businesses, burgeoning sports franchises, and evolving culinary experiences. Charlotte is both the cultural and commercial epicenter of the Carolinas. Between its lush gardens and glimmering skyscrapers, Charlotte is a town that gives young African Americans any experience they desire, whether that's a slow, intimate small town or a high-end cosmopolitan city. From food festivals to chic lofts to high-concept bars to art galleries, Charlotte is a forward-focused town whose mission is to build a new, ultra-modern urban experience. This ever-expanding city has a knack for keeping an East Coast pace without stomping on its southern roots. Black singles will find the blending of these two personalities quite engaging and energetic. 5. Miami, Florida. They don't call it Magic City for nothing. Miami has a bustling social scene that's exciting and exhilarating. From its Art Deco-lined shores of the beach to the couture-filled streets of the Design District, Miami is a primetime playground for young African Americans. The city manages to simultaneously balance its plethora of activities in perfect rhythm. The city's culture is highlighted through its access to beautiful beaches, blazing nightlife, tropical gardens, lively art scene, and sizzling cuisine. And let's not forget the celebrity-studded parties and events. While many people think of Miami and Miami Beach interchangeably, they're actually two different cities, proving that the city has grown up to feature cultural attractions sprouting out of the shadow of South Beach. 4. Washington, D.C. With an unparalleled music and nightlife scene, the nation's capital draws young Black professionals from all over to establish thriving businesses and successful lives. D.C., affectionately known as Chocolate City, has its own style, culture, food, language, and attitude. Young African American singles are gifted with numerous social and networking opportunities, as well as exposure to culture, history, and other thriving socialites. With a high concentration of young professionals, politicos, and academics, these decision-makers may be serious and dedicated. However, they also play hard with the variety of lively nightlife options and dozens of great bars, clubs, and late happy hours that DC has to offer. With its ample supply of well-paid federal jobs, the average income for African Americans is at least $20,000 higher than all of the cities on this list. 3. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is a city with ample opportunities to meet other Black singles. Chicago may not be universally recognized for its singles scene, but it was recently rated as the best city in the U.S. for going on the most dates and getting lucky. From summer music festivals, museums, and an impressive bar and dining scene, it's easy to mingle and network all year round. Home to dozens of colleges and universities, Chicago's young, educated African American population is also abundant and thriving throughout the city. Chicago has one of the largest Black populations in the U.S. The city is famous for honest, direct folks who are just as comfortable courtside at an NBA game as playing Frisbee in Grant Park. America's third largest city remains just as diverse as any, boasting a thriving art scene, various shopping districts, and a cornucopia of attractions. 2. New York City, New York. If you are looking for culture and diversity, the Big Apple is an irresistible option. New York is the largest and most influential American metropolis, and there's a reason why people call New York the city that never sleeps. The nightlife is legendary. Often rated as one of the best cities for singles, New York has a Black population of over 3 million, the largest in the country, providing no shortage of things to do or people to meet. Not to mention with one of the most renowned dining and entertainment scenes in the world, staying entertained comes easily. New York City is in reality a collection of many neighborhoods scattered among the city's 5 boroughs, each exhibiting its own lifestyle, culture, and perspective. As the most populous city in the U.S., set at the forefront of food, fashion, sports, and the arts, NYC requires stamina. Living single in New York is incredible. Make it here and you can make it anywhere. 1. Atlanta, Georgia. To top out our list, we have the city known as Hotlanta. Atlanta is by most accounts the capital of Black America. Atlanta has the second largest population of Black people in the U.S. and is regarded as the Black Mecca for its role as a center of Black education, political power, wealth, arts and entertainment, and culture. The metro area offers ample opportunities for networking, socializing, dining, and staying entertained in the vibrant downtown area and beyond. Home to historic Black universities and a strong middle class, Atlanta's explosive entertainment scene is influenced by hip-hop and R&B music, buzzing nightlife and nightclubs, and a melting pot of ethnicities. Young entrepreneurship is strong, as Atlanta hosts more Black industries than anywhere else in the country. It's undeniable that Atlanta is where you can find other affluent, thriving young Black people just about everywhere you go here.
Okay, so these are some of the places that you will find a lot of Hebrew and Black singles, okay, in America. So this is something to think about, all right? So the next thing that I wanted to cover is, since we're going to have to be, getting off of working for this system, there are some jobs that you don't need a degree for, which you could probably even turn into your own businesses. So we're going to take a look at 6-figure jobs with no degree that you might want to think about. All right, so let's take a look at that as well.
In this original Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight the 20 jobs that will get you a 6-figure income with no college degree. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, business owner. Small business is the lifeblood of the American economy. Entrepreneurs that choose to make a living from executing on their ideas can look forward to building a company that contributes to the country as a whole. Business owners drive employment, pay taxes, and increase GDP, and they're valued members of any community. Number 2, real estate broker. Real estate brokers help others to sell or purchase property, which is usually a house or land. Not only must the broker understand the market value of each property they are selling, they should also know how to advertise and negotiate a sale. Dealing in real estate requires a license, but anyone with a high school diploma can apply for the real estate exam. Number 3, sales consultant. Sales consultants sell the company's products or services by creating excellent sales pitches, meeting new clients, and fostering good relationships with these clients to maintain future sales. Another area of this field involves working to improve a company's overall productivity and efficiency, advising managers how to run an organization to increase profitability. Number 4, air traffic controller. Air traffic controllers coordinate the movement of aircraft to maintain safe distances between them. They work in control towers, approach control facilities, or route centers. Their work can be stressful because maximum concentration is required at all times. While candidates for air traffic control jobs don't need a degree, they must undergo intensive screening and psychological tests to ensure they are suitable for the job and can handle high levels of stress. Number 5, plumber. Plumbers are responsible for installing and maintaining water systems within homes and buildings. Taking this career path can be extremely lucrative because people always need plumbers when things go wrong at home. You will have to work as an apprentice for a year, but once complete, you can well be on your way to 6 figures. Number 6, firefighting supervisor. Firefighters control and put out fires and respond to emergencies involving life, property, or the environment. On the scene of a fire or other emergency, firefighters' work may be dangerous, but if you feel like giving back to your community after high school, then signing up at your local fire department may be a great choice. Training is free, and while the starting salary is not impressive, this career path has outstanding benefits and can put you on the road to 100K. Number 7, construction site project manager. Construction site managers ensure that projects remain profitable by overseeing budgets throughout the construction process. They may make key decisions regarding materials and provide input on contractor bids to balance quality of work with acceptable margins. You can become a construction project manager through experience with small projects or residential homes. Number 8, information technology manager. Tech offers some of the highest paying jobs in the American economy. Tech giants like Facebook, Apple, Amazon, and Google are always searching for new talent. Many coders don't go to college to hone their craft, and some of the best coders in the world are under the age of 25 years old. IT departments need technicians to handle their network problems, server support, and cybersecurity. Many IT technicians only receive training on the job with years of experience that provides them with very specialized skills and high salaries. Number 9, dental hygienist. Dental hygienists are responsible for providing oral care to patients through examination, teeth cleaning, and other preventative dental services. They work in a variety of settings, including hospitals, public health clinics, private dental offices, and dental schools. Becoming a hygienist does not start and end with a university degree. If this is a dream of yours, you can enroll in an accredited program that will require you to pass an exam. Number 10, chef manager. If you have a talent for cooking and love for serving food to others, becoming a qualified head chef or chef manager at a trendy upmarket restaurant can earn you a salary of well over $100,000 per year. Chefs and head cooks oversee the daily food preparation at private households and other establishments where food is served. Most chefs and head cooks learn their skills through years of work experience. Others receive training at a technical school, culinary arts school, or learn through apprenticeship programs. Number 11, transportation, storage, and distribution managers. This highest paying job without a degree involves all activities relating to the planning and coordination of distribution, transportation, or storage. They manage staff that performs transportation tasks such as dispatching, routing, and tracking. They also ensure that the organization adheres to policies, procedures, and safety rules. With just a high school diploma and 5 years of experience getting things where they need to go, you can level up to this higher position and higher salary. Number 12, senior web developer. Senior web developers create and modify websites and are employed in a variety of industries, including healthcare and information technology. They may code, design, and lay out a website in a way that meets client or company requirements. Although many web developers have a bachelor's degree, some companies may allow experience to compensate for formal education. Number 13, risk manager. A risk manager is a professional who is responsible for planning, developing, and implementing risk strategies in a business setting. Risk managers identify and control various potential dangers that may negatively impact a company. Higher education is not mandatory for this position. However, requirements will vary from company to company, but will most certainly require good experience. Number 14, Director of Security. This professional is in charge of all aspects of security for a company. Common duties of Director of Security include overseeing and implementing various security strategies, plus ensuring that all local, state, and federal laws are adhered to. This career path will allow you to simply begin working in an entry-level security position and work your way up to director with consistency and professionalism. Number 15, Computer Network Architect. A computer network architect is an individual who designs and builds data related to both small and large communication networks. Computer network architects may also determine which network-related equipment to implement in a company, research new network technology, and present network plans to organization leaders. Some companies may hire people who have extensive experience in computer networking without a degree. Number 16, Owner-Operator Truck Driver. An owner-operator driver is an individual who owns their own truck or trucking business. They may lease out their services or trucks to companies or individuals who need to transport goods, or they may operate their business under their own command. Many of these individuals often have several years of experience driving for other companies and then eventually start driving for themselves. People who want to pursue this career and operate under their own authority will most likely need to obtain a Department of Transportation and Motor Carrier registration number for their business. Number 17. Commercial pilot. Airline and commercial pilots fly and navigate airplanes, helicopters, and other aircraft. Most commercial pilots fly for airlines that transport people and cargo on a fixed schedule. Other pilots fly aircraft for other purposes, such as charter flights, rescue operations, firefighting, aerial photography, and aerial application of agricultural materials. You must obtain your airline transport pilot, or ATP certificate, which is the highest level of pilot certification in the country. You can only qualify for an ATP certificate after logging 1,500 hours of flight time. Number 18. Police and detective supervisors. First-line supervisors in this occupation directly oversee detectives and police officers, and they offer expertise in coordinating the investigation of criminal cases. Responsibilities include the training and management of personnel to conduct police operations according to the law. With just a high school diploma required, you'll be well rewarded for rising up through the police force with excellent benefits, job security, and a six-figure salary. Number 19. Maintenance Director. Maintenance directors are in charge of creating and implementing policies to optimize the operations of the maintenance department. They create and monitor the overall roadmap of the maintenance department of an organization, as well as supervise the maintenance personnel. Employers tend to prefer maintenance directors who have a few years of experience, and they tend to favor those who have obtained some level of industry certification, whether it be in HVAC, pest control, and the like. Number 20. Elevator installer or repairer. Elevator installers and repairers install, fix, and maintain elevators, escalators, moving walkways, and other lifts. This is a great trade for the handy and mechanically inclined. Training typically involves an apprenticeship, and job growth is expected to be above average for the next decade.
Okay, so you see that these are the different things that you can do without a degree. All right, so if there's something that you saw that you like, pick one and get moving with it. Look it up and see how you can get the training for it, because I'm telling y'all, we have got to get off of this system, and we've got to get our own businesses and stuff like that, so that we can continue to thrive and survive, as we always have, but you know what I mean, on a better and a bigger level than we ever have here in this country. All right, so the next thing that we're going to cover, of course, sadly, is our missing youth. The first person that we have is Keyshawn Hines. He's been missing since September the 12th of this year. He's from Utica, New York. He's 16 years old, he's a black male. His hair color is black. His eye color is brown. He's about 5'6", and he weighs about 125 pounds. So if you know anything about this young man's disappearance or missing, please get in touch with Missing and Exploited Children. Also get in touch with the local police department, so that we can get this young man back home to his family where he belongs. All right, so let's look out for this young man. All right, the next one that we had, let's see, it was Damian Brown. Give me a second. I think they snatched him off today. Okay, they were there earlier, but he was on there, Damian Brown. He was missing since the 6th of this month. And sometimes when I go back to it during the show, whatever, they've taken them off. So I'm believing that means because they've been found. So hopefully maybe that means today he was found. But when I went earlier, they were on there. So he's no longer on there. Thank God. Maybe he's been found. All right. So the next thing that we are going to move on to is the spotlight. Okay, today the spotlight is going to be on Hebrew and Black credit unions. You know that we have different credit unions, but we have our own. Just like I gave you the listing of the 21 Black-owned banks, We also have Black-owned credit unions. So let's take a look at those, Hebrew and Black-owned credit unions. Let's take a look.
In this original Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight 21 Black-owned credit unions. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1, First Choice Credit Union. First Choice Credit Union was founded in 1946 to serve employees of Grady Hospital. Initially, it was named Hospital Authority Credit Union, but the organization's name was changed in 1991. First Choice Credit Union is a NCUA-insured and CDFI credit union, headquartered on Atlanta's historic Auburn Avenue. The credit union is a community-focused organization, owned and operated by its 9,000 members. Number 2, Brooklyn Federal Credit Union. Founded in 1999, the Brooklyn Federal Credit Union is a not-for-profit financial cooperative that provides financial services to members of Brooklyn Baptist Church and their immediate family members. Like all credit unions, when you join, you become a shareholder or an owner of a very unique financial institution. Today, Brooklyn Federal Credit Union serves all members of Brooklyn Baptist Church and their immediate family members. Once you join, you and your immediate family members who join have a lifetime membership. Number 3, Community-Owned Federal Credit Union. In 1966, the Community-Owned Federal Credit Union was founded to provide low-income communities in Johns Island and part of Charleston with broader access to financial services typically denied to them by mainstream institutions. Membership has since grown to include the entire Charleston area. Since then, the COFCU membership has grown to include the entire Charleston area and currently is one of only 2 designated low-income credit unions in the state of South Carolina. Number 4, Credit Union of Atlanta. Founded in 1928, the Credit Union of Atlanta remained stable and secure throughout the Great Depression. With unique offerings and always reasonable rates, they leverage profits earned to secure better offerings for the institution's members. Through times of great financial strength and also financial strife, Credit Union of Atlanta has maintained stability and security due to their strong foundation and the holistic success of their members. Number 5, Faith Community United Credit Union. Originally chartered in 1952 as Second Mount Sinai Baptist Church Credit Union, Faith Community United Credit Union became a community development credit union in 1991. Faith is one of the largest minority-owned credit unions in Ohio, and it is available to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Cuyahoga County, as well as their family, business, and organization. Number 6, Faith Cooperative Credit Union. Faith Cooperative Federal Credit Union is heir to a legacy of a Declaration of Economic Independence that was birthed in 1959 as the St. John Federal Credit Union. The economic pioneers at this faith-based financial institution recognizes the importance of cooperative economics being a key to the liberation and empowerment of disinherited African Americans in Dallas, and the credit union became a reality. Number 7, FAMU Federal Credit Union. On May 8, 1935, 6 individuals were convinced to deposit $50 to acquire a federal credit union charter, resulting in the founding of the Florida A&M College Employees Federal Credit Union. By 1953, the organization was renamed and expanded its membership to include a wide range of community organizations and churches. Today, its mission is to provide the best member service, quality financial services, and products that meet or exceed the needs of its members at affordable prices. Number 8, First Legacy Community Credit Union. The School Workers Federal Credit Union was founded by a group of educators in 1941. In 2020, First Legacy merged with the Self-Help Federal Credit Union and now operates as a division of Self-Help. Self-Help is committed to helping small businesses grow, supporting home ownership, developing Black communities, and fighting predatory lending. Number 9, Greater Kinston Credit Union. The Greater Kinston Credit Union was founded in 1952 and provides a variety of loans and deposit accounts. The credit union was established for the purpose of assisting the underserved and has since then been focused on meeting the needs of its members. The credit union is a full-service financial institution offering a variety of loans and deposit accounts. Number 10. Hill District Federal Credit Union. This credit union got its start in 1970 and has provided financial services to its members for the past 50 years. This is the only Black-owned and operated financial institution in the tri-state area, serving the people who live, work, or worship in the Hill District. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they have renewed their focus on Black empowerment and racial equality. Number 11. Hope Credit Union. In 1995, members of the Anderson United Methodist Church organized the Hope Federal Credit Union to help low-income Jackson, Mississippi residents with asset development, cooperation, and self-empowerment. Hope has since spread across the Deep South through its sponsors and by merging with other financial organizations. In June 2020, Netflix invested $10 million into Hope as part of its $100 million initiative to support economic opportunities for Black communities. Number 12. Howard University Employees Federal Credit Union. Originally chartered in 1935, this credit union provides financial services to employees of Howard University and their family members. Thanks to the courage and foresight of 11 charter members, this community-based organization was formed with a common bond to protect the financial well-being of their member owners and provide a lifetime membership. Howard University Employees FCU is making a difference and building a better tomorrow for their members and the communities they serve. Number 13. Mount Olive Baptist Church Federal Credit Union. This federal credit union is a faith-based, not-for-profit financial institution, receiving its federal charter in 1997. This credit union is accessible to only its church members and their immediate families. They continue to pursue the mission to provide excellent service to its members. Moreover, the board of directors remain committed to providing products and services which will help improve the standard of living and teach its members to be better financial stewards. Number 14. Oak Cliff Christian Federal Credit Union. Officially chartered in 2008, this is a Christian-based financial institution sponsored by the Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. Headquartered in Dallas, the organization has more than 2,000 members, offering various banking and financial-related services to its members, employees, students, or family members. Number 15. Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Federal Credit Union. Founded in 1986, this credit union is open to the members and employees of the fraternity, including its chapters, districts, and other related organizations, as well as family members. This financially secure credit union continues to provide financial avenues for the fraternity with an excellent team of dedicated members of the board and committees. Number 16. Southside Community Federal Credit Union. Since 2004, this credit union has offered access to credit and savings services for its members, in addition to financial education. Individuals are eligible for membership if they live, work, worship, attend school, or belong to an organization that is within Chicago's South Side. Number 17. Southern Teachers and Parents Federal Credit Union. With more than 80 years of service and over 4,000 members, this federal credit union provides personalized financial services to its members, who include alumni, employees, parents, students, and family members of Southern University. The credit union is a not-for-profit, member-owned financial cooperative, providing financial banking services to multiple member groups, but primarily serves the school and its own employees. Number 18. St. Louis Community Credit Union. Originally chartered in 1942 as the Teachers Credit Union, this credit union offers both financial services and several programs to support consumers in the local community. Individuals who live or work in St. Louis City, Franklin, and St. Louis County in Missouri, as well as in St. Clair, Madison, Monroe, and Jersey counties in Illinois, are eligible for membership in addition to their families. Number 19. Toledo Urban Federal Credit Union. This credit union originally opened its doors in 1996 to help its members achieve economic empowerment. Membership in Toledo's first community development credit union is available to individuals and their families who live, work, worship, perform volunteer services, or participate in associations headquartered in the Central City community. Number 20, Urban Upbound Federal Credit Union. Urban Upbound was founded in 2004 as a strong advocate for economic inclusion for all. This credit union provided 5 integrated programs and high-quality services that address resident-identified needs in low and moderate-income neighborhoods annually. Urban Upbound is an important pillar and an anchor in the community, connecting Queens residents to financial products that promote long-term asset building and economic mobility that are not available through mainstream banks. Number 21, Virginia State University Federal Credit Union. Authority to establish this federal credit union was granted in 1938 to meet the financial needs of the Virginia State College. The credit union provides banking services to more than 2,000 members. It has continued to grow and expand its services, and as time progressed, other services were gradually added, such as IRA accounts, Christmas savings accounts, CDs, and other loan services.
Okay, so now we see that these are the arenas that we need to be looking at to put our money into so that our dollar stays within our communities. All right, so the next thing we're going to go to is health and wellness. One of the main things that we really need to do is know our body. Now, for those of us that, sometimes you may have problems with like sinus and stuff like that, don't ignore your body. There are some foods you just cannot eat. If you have sinus troubles, like I sometimes do, when you're eating foods, if your sinuses are swelling or feeling, off, pay attention to that. That's a food that you probably don't need to be eating. And a lot of times when your sinuses start swelling and whatnot, it's best to go on a liquid diet or a fruit and vegetable diet. If you have to do it for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, you need to do it, because if your sinuses keep flaring up like that, it's going to cause your whole body to, start feeling off. You get fever and all kind of crazy stuff can happen because your sinuses, people don't realize how powerful our sinuses are. They can affect other areas of our body. And what you're trying to do is once your sinuses start swelling, you need for it to drain, and it could take weeks for that to happen. So don't ignore those things. Some things you just can't eat anymore. You may have to go to a more vegan type diet, so that you're not having this problem. All right. So know your body, know what's going on with your body, and pay attention to it. Don't just ignore it and say, oh, well, I'm just going to be eating these chips. And no, pay attention to your body. All right. Now, the business tips for today that I have is consider that your side hustle could become a good business for you. You may be doing things like DoorDash or whatever different things that you do, a form of that. There are many things that you probably do and you are making, bits of money. Some people own tiny homes and they're renting them out for Airbnb, or people have places that they have that they're renting out for Airbnb, and different things that people are doing. Those may become your actual LLC, your business. So don't look at it as, oh, that ain't nothing, that's just something I'm doing on the side, because that could definitely become a business that will definitely be a big part of your income, because this is what we're looking to do, is have several different ways of making money, so that we can keep these things again within our community. All right, so now we're about to go to the word of the Lord, and we're going to continue with what we've been teaching, which is the Feast of Dedication, or the Feast of Lights. So we are going to say our credo, which is SHEMA, Yasharahla, AHAYA, ELOHENU, AHAYA, ECHAD, Hear, O Israel, the The Lord is our God. The Lord, he is one. All right. So now we're going to go back to the Feast of Dedication, First Maccabees, chapters 1 through 4. We had learned in the beginning there was a particular king, was Alexander, and he exalted himself, and he thought to try to change our customs and ways, because they, he of course was not an Israelite, but he was an outside king that wanted to come in and destroy what we had. So he exalted himself, and as if you go back and see the other videos that I taught the previous weeks, he thought to exalt himself and his what you call his boys after he died, because he exalted himself so much that he became sick, and then his homeboys did that and worse. So then there arose another king, Antiochus, who also decided to try to exalt himself and try to change our laws and customs and ways. All right, so his name was Antiochus, and he told the whole kingdom that everybody should be one. So he wanted us to change our laws, and some of our people, I guess, were scared of him, and they went into this type of worship and stuff that he was telling them to do, and our people consented to his religion, where he was sacrificing the idols. And that's the first thing the Lord is telling us in our laws and commandments, is not to do that. Don't have any other gods before me. So this is what was going on. He wanted them to leave their children uncircumcised, and that's against our laws. Our children are to be circumcised, right? So he wanted our people to forget our laws and ways, and he wanted to change everything. And this is what the Lord had warned some of the prophets of, that we should not forget our feast and things like that, because if we would forget our feast, they would set us off track, which is what we see happening now. Whenever we have a feast, notice they have a feast, but their feast is serving idols. So that's not what we're supposed to be doing. And it's the same thing now, just like it was before, back in that day and time. All right. So this Antiochus had appointed overseers over all the people, commanding Judah to sacrifice city by city, and they were afraid of him, and they forsook the laws that the Lord gave us, right? So he even set up abominations in our churches and whatnot, building idols on the altars in the cities of Judah on every side, right? So now he runs up against Matthias. Matthias was a priest amongst the Hebrew people, and him and his boys, him and his sons were like, we're not doing that. You better get out of here. We're not doing that. So the king's officers came to Matthias and told him that he's a ruler, and if he go along with them, they'll honor him and all of that. But Matthias wasn't having it. He was like, no, devil, I'm not going against the Lord God, right? So Matthias cried out to the people, whoever is zealous of the Lord and maintaineth the covenant, follow me. In other words, I'm going to turn it out, because I'm not playing with these people doing this foolishness. We're not going against the laws and commandments of the Lord our God, right? So he and his sons, they fled into the mountains and left everything they had in that city, and they sought after just and all those that sought after justice and judgment went down in the wilderness to dwell there, right? So it was told to the king and his servants and the host that was at Jerusalem that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were going down into the secret places in the wilderness. So now they pursued after Matthias and his kids and his sons that were against this nonsense that these people were trying to bring on the Hebrew people, right? So they said, no, we're not, we're not coming forth out of where we're getting away from you and all this foolishness. Okay, so Matthias and his friends understood hereof. They mourned, about what was going on. And one of them said to another, if we all do as our brethren have done and fight not for our lives and laws against the heathen, they're going to root us up out of the earth. So, sometimes it's a little bit of you fighting for what's right. And they realize if we don't fight for what's right, they're going to take away everything that we have, right? So they decree saying, whoever shall come to make battle with us on the Sabbath day, we will fight against him, because that's what the enemy does. He's going to come on a day where he feels you're at rest and at ease. And then he's going to try to force on you his ideas and things. So the other Hebrews that fled for persecution joined themselves unto them and were a stay unto them. So they joined their forces and smote sinful men in their anger. Like, the people that was against the laws and commandments of the Lord, they were like, y'all got to go, right? So then Matthias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars, and what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly, because they were like, listen, you got to come under the laws and commandments of the Lord. This half-stepping stuff got to go, right? So they pursued after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of the kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph. They wasn't hearing it from nobody. Now, when the time drew near that Matthias should die, he said unto his sons, now have pride and rebuke gotten strength, and the time of destruction and wrath of indignation. So he said to his sons, be zealous, even though I'm about to die, be zealous for the Lord, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Be ready to die for what you believe in. Call to remember what acts our fathers did in their time, so shall you receive great honor and everlasting name. Was not Abraham found faithful in temptation? Right? So he's reminding them our forefathers were found faithful in the times when they were tried, right? So he's telling them, in other words, don't fear them or anything. Just keep on. So now Judas, who was Matthias' son, he was mighty and strong even from his youth up. So the father said, let him be your captain, right? Take also unto you all those that observe the law. So he wants to put the strong people in place so that they can keep the order, right? So he blessed them and was gathered to his fathers. He died, right? So everybody made great lamentation for him. Then his son Judas, called Maccabees, rose up in his stead. So he rose up just like Joshua rose up when Moses died. When every leader dies, another one rises up, right? This is how the Lord has it. So he rose up in his stead, and all his brethren helped him. So did all they that held with his father. They fought with cheerfulness the battle of Israel. So he got his people great honor and put on a breastplate as a giant and girt his warlike harness about him. And he made battles, protecting the host with his sword. Now, these were a few people. These were a few. So whether you have few or a lot, it doesn't matter. If you trust in the Lord God and you're doing what he says, he is going to defeat your enemy. I don't care who's against you. He will defeat that enemy. They may have 1 million people against you and you're looking around like, oh, shoot, they got a whole bunch of people around me. How am I going to do this? It's not you anyway. It's the Lord that delivers. So in his acts, he was like a lion, a lion's whelp, roaring for his prey. Judah, that's what Judah is, a lion's whelp, right? You see the little emblem of the lion. That's who Judah is, that strong fighting one, right? For he pursued the wicked and sought them out and burnt up those that vexed his people. Wherefore the wicked shrunk for fear of him, and all the workers of iniquity were troubled. because salvation prospered in his hand. See, salvation is of the Jews. Salvation is from the Lord, given to the Jews, the Hebrew Israelites. They can't go, that salvation, they can't beat it. As much as they've tried to wipe us out of the earth over the years and try to paint their images on us and pretend that we weren't the Hebrews, it doesn't work, because we are people of salvation. So they will never win that battle. All right. So he grieved also many kings and made Jacob glad with his acts, and his memorials blessed forever. Moreover, he went through the cities of Judah, destroying the ungodly out of them and turning away wrath from Israel, so that he was renowned unto the utmost part of the earth. And he received unto him such as were ready to perish. Then Apollonius gathered the Gentiles together, a great host of Samaria, to fight against Israel, right? So it's always going to be a troublemaker somewhere, because they don't like the fact that the Lord is for us, right? Wherefore Judas took their spoils, and Apollonius' sword also, and therewith he fought all his life long. So the Lord gave him the victory over Apollonius, who was against him. All right. So Judas beat him. All right. Now, when Saron, a prince of the army of Syria, heard say that Judas had gathered unto him a multitude and company of the faithful to go out with him to war, he said, I will get me a name and honor in the kingdom. Right. So always you got somebody trying to, they like, well, they can't take them out, so I'm gonna take them out. But people will never wipe out God's people. I don't care what they bring, what sickness, illness, whatever. They are not going to be able to wipe our people out. All right. So I'm going to have to continue this next week. But this is what I want you to understand, the backdrop, why we do the Feast of Dedication and the Feast of Lights, what it's all about, so that when you celebrate it or you think about celebrating it, you'll understand. All right. So next week, hopefully I'll finish it up. But thank you all for joining in to the Crystal Jones Show. Remember, you could always watch me every Saturday from 7 to 8 p.m. BronxNet channel 951 2137. That's the Inspire channel. Also, those channels are on cable as well. All right. Also, you could, reach me at Instagram, at Gmail, Hebrew Connect TV. Okay. So, like I said, just go to YouTube and whatnot, share, like my videos, subscribe, share with everybody, so that people will get to understand and see where we're at this point in time as Hebrew Israelites. We are getting it together so that we can continue to move forward with our people, and to make ready a people for when the Lord returns to the earth. All right. So God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you for joining the Crystal Jones Show. I'm your talk show host, Crystal Jones. And as always, I wish you peace and blessings. And I always tell you, stay balanced.
Stop using church intimidation, control and manipulation. Jezebel and all them spirits, fall back, not trying to hear it. Go with Jesus, walk in peace. On your pew can sit that beast that we're fighting in the world. I'm that JC Supergirl, Jesus Christ, belt of truth, arm of God, I'm slaying you. Power of the word, two-edged sword. MC Heaven rocks for her Lord. Thought they crept in unaware, didn't see the gatekeeper standing right there, not getting down with your tactics undone.
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.